Welcome to Hawthorne Hill Farm. My name is Marilyn Cameron. I'm a farmer and a retired veterinarian. And my husband Paul is still working as a pharmacist, but helps on the farm as much as he can. Together, we operate a small market garden farm and attend a weekly market in the Annapolis Valley of Nova Scotia. We raise a flock of Shetland sheep for wool and care for lots of free-range hens. We have meat birds in the summer too. Clarabelle is our family milk cow, and Tuli, her calf, are our newest additions to the farm. We hope you will join us to see what we do on our farm, from our morning chores in the barn to tending one of our many gardens. We'll be harvesting, preserving, preparing all the ingredients grown right here on the farm. Over the years, we have learned so much about being more self-reliant. Although we've made lots of mistakes, we've got lots of help too, watching other YouTube homesteaders. So if we can help you to be more self-sustaining, then our goals will be achieved. Thanks for watching.
Good morning. This is the first morning that we've had the time change, so it's not pitch black when we come out at 7:30. It's a little earlier than 7:30 because our animals are used to us being out at 7:30, and now it's actually 8:15 to them. So anyway, we'll see how they're doing up there. Start our milking. Morning chores. Good morning, Clarabelle. Good morning. Hi, everybody. Good morning, chicks. Hey, we're late, aren't we, Clarabelle? Okay, let's get you fed. We're here. We're here. Okay, stop. For the cow, she gets a dairy ration, and I layer it with other things. She gets, half a scoop of wheat ball. And she loves alfalfa pellet. And more dairy ration. Then I put a bit of cracked corn on the top of that. And a tiny bit of barley. And about a quarter cup of her mineral mix. On top of that. The calf, who's now 6 months, she gets a little bit of breakfast too. Just a quarter of what Mom gets. There. All right. Let's go. We're gonna get back. Okay. Here I come. Don't push. Get back. Get back. That's a good girl. Come on. Come on, sweetie. Let's go. Let's get you in here. Woohoo. Lock her in. Oops. There, I'm gonna get this door open, get some light in here, eh? It's a cold night though, isn't it? Here, everybody. Nice. Now we'll feed the calf. Hi, folks. Oh, you got rid of your water, did you? Drink all the water. Okay. All right. Stop. So the next thing we do is feed the sheep. We do a lasagna layering of barley, mostly barley, and a little bit of corn and sheep pellets, and then barley, and then the sheep pellets. And then I have one who has a little bit of lameness in her front end. She likes to have her own little dish of food. There. I'll grab them some hay before I go in. Here you go. Get back. Next is the chickens. So they're organic feed. So they get whole corn. This is for the day. So this would be divided in half. Cayenne pepper. For each coop, we have the older, mature laying hen side, and we have the young birds. Are not laying yet, but we started them on the organic lay mash because they're going to lay anytime. Oh, I'll go feed the first one. So we push out any old food so that gets eaten first. And we'll put about half of this in there. And put half the corn in here. I got a mouse. Good. So while Clarabelle is eating, I take an opportunity to tie her tail up. So we put up this kick board here, and that keeps her from walking forward. And I'll wash her. she's not muddy today, which is good. Sometimes she's terribly poopy. So I just switch the rag around. Each corner gets one teat. Then you strip out or squirt out about 3 squirts from each teat in case there's any bacteria sitting here. It's gone onto the floor. Okay. Okay. Very tight. There's no give to this front. Tight. Teat swollen. She's let her milk down. She's ready to roll. Next. The front teats, I can use 2 fingers, right? You just occlude, and I use these 2 fingers. This back teat is so small that all I can do is use 1 finger. I don't know if you can see that, right? So when it starts not producing as much milk in the stream as it was before, so now I'm going to start this process of stripping this quarter with my thumb and index finger until it's empty.
Now, the back one is emptied out. Very little coming out of it, very thin stream. And I'll keep going until that stream starts to skip. Start to skip now. Now we'll do the same for the other side.
So this is the udder cream that I made, the tallow, coconut cream, and olive oil. Since she's not being nursed now by Thule, she has to have iodine on the bottom of each teat like that, about that much. Hi Clarabelle, you're out. Now it's to let the chickens out and clean up, collect the eggs. So I just sweep the nest, make sure there's no poop in there. These little white chickens, the leghorns, are kind of flighty. Good egg layers. Very nice. They don't tend to be aggressive at all. But they're flighty. There you go. So I'll just take my rag and I'll just give this a wash. It's dusty and there's a little get eggs on this side. And then I'll actually take them out of the coop. So I bring a bucket or soapy water. I have a nice scraper that's not too sharp and a rag. And we pick up any poop, put it in the bucket, any mice. And give everything a good wash, including the roofs. There you go, girl. And the last thing I do is bring in a flake of straw, and I'll just start sprinkling it over the poopy parts. That would be under these roofs that go up here above my head, where they're sitting all night and the poop just drops underneath them. Around the ramp, well, it's actually a roost. There, and a little bit for this nest. I keep them nice and laden with some fresh straw so they're comfortable and neat. There. And we'll do the same on the next side and let these chickens out. You guys want to go out? Let's go out. Let's go out. Oh, I know it's your favorite thing. Hey, beep, beep. Woo, that was Minnie. I thought it'd be really nice this morning just to talk a few minutes about our milking schedule, calf shearing, and weaning, those three things. So I'll start with the milking schedule in our situation. We're new at it, but I think it's gone pretty good. We've learned lots, made few mistakes, but we have made a few. So here is my advice to you if you are just thinking of getting a milk cow and what this will entail. So at freshening, that's the time she has her calf, you want to leave the mother and the calf totally undisturbed for a minimum of 12 hours. You can leave them 24 if you want, but you have to make sure that the calf is nursing, okay? Next, you want to increase the grains for your cow dramatically, like double or triple them. A Jersey, for instance, would get a dairy ration. You could also add things such as alfalfa pellets, beet pulp, some whole barley, some cracked corn, whatever. 8 to 10 pounds per feeding is what they require. Access at all times to fresh water, grass if there is some, and hay. A lot of times a cow will spend time in the barn with her calf. If it's too hot outside or it's rainy or whatever, she needs to have hay. So you need to have access to hay whenever she's in the barn. You also need to have mineral supplements, either a lick or both, a mineral supplement that you add to the feed or in a separate container, and the calf will eventually need that as well. So after your 12 to 24 hours is up, you need to start milking your cow, and you need to milk her twice a day. And what you're doing is you're decreasing the pressure in her udder, and you'll likely have to discard most of the colostrum. Leave 1/4 for the calf per milking, and that would give the calf approximately a half to 1 gallon per milking. Okay, the colostrum lasts 7 to 10 days in general. Okay, now continue milking your cow twice daily for another 2 to 4 weeks. You're still leaving a full quarter in her udder for the calf per milking. There's no need to totally strip the teats and the quarters that you're milking, because the calf will suckle all of them to clean them out. The calf might start to be interested between 2 and 4 weeks in grass, hay, and even some grains. Calf sharing is the next topic I wanted to chat about. If you're going to do that, you need to start separating the calf from her mother in the evenings between 2 and 4 weeks. And we started at 10 o'clock, so late at night. At that time, I started offering the calf a half a scoop of calf grower ration and a pail of water in her little pen after she was separated from her mother, okay? There's no need now to milk your cow at night, because the calf will consume all the milk in her udder until they're separated at nighttime. So that's great, okay? Then in the morning, you're going to take as much milk from 3/4 of the cow's udder as she will give you. You leave 1/4 for the calf. And that's going to probably give the calf approximately a whole, half to a whole gallon of milk. And again, there's no need to completely strip each quarter. You can return the calf to her mother for the rest of the day after the morning milking. And the cow will provide adequate milk requirements for the calf, even as much as 2 or 3 gallons per day, right, for a typical Jersey. Okay. Now, at 6 weeks of age, the calf can be separated from the cow at supper time, right? Especially if you need more milk in the morning. So our morning milk slowly went down, so we just separated the calf a little earlier in the evening, and she was fine with being in her little pen for 12 hours or so. So the pros of calf sharing are that the calf gets the best nutrition and the best bonding that it can from its mother. And this is important if she's going to be a future dairy calf, and it's really important that she gets good nutrition, and it's the best way. Another big benefit is you don't have any bottle feeding to do, and that can be 3 to 4 times a day, and you don't have to pay for milk replacer or colostrum replacer, which is really expensive, really expensive. Also, if you're not bottle feeding your calf, you might not get this head banging behavior that some calves do when they're trying to hit the human holding the bottle like they would hit their mother's udder to encourage you to let more milk down. So Clarabelle was terrible for it, to the point that I felt a little concerned being in a pen with her. She didn't do it anymore after she had her calf, but she did it right up till she had her calf. She was a terrible head banger, and she was bottle fed. Okay. You can now go to once a day milking, right, which is great, and we prefer the morning because it's more convenient for us. Now, some of the cons are that the cow will reserve more milk for the calf. She will literally shut you off midstream. You're milking away, and it will just stop, and you'll go, what's it? She knows the calf needs to be fed, and she will slow it down. You also get very little cream in the milk that you're taking off. The cream tends to reside in the hind milk, and the hind milk is what she's reserving for the calf. So it's going to be more skimmy, right? And the other thing is, if you are doing this calf sharing, then you are having to do a slow, steady, eventual wean, which is a bit more work. All right. The last thing I wanted to talk about is our weaning process, which can start at 3 to 6 months. And you'll notice, if she does look up from her water pail, she will. You'll notice that she doesn't have her little yellow nose paddle anymore. We took that out this morning, and we forgot to hit the record button. But we did slip a little halter on her so that I have easy access to lead her when I need to separate her. So she is 6 months of age, and she is almost fully weaned now. You can start at 3 months if you want to. And so your options are, you can sell the calf, or you can completely separate her from her mother and put her in a pen with other calves. Or you can do what we did and put the little nose paddle on that prevents nursing. And you can leave that in for anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks safely. She can still eat, drink, graze, grass, eat hay, no problem, right? It doesn't bother her. She just can't nurse her mother. Hey, 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 Julie, leave your bucket. Leave your bucket. I'll get that before she breaks. Once you put the nose flap in the calf or you separate it from her mother, you're back to nursing your cow twice a day. Absolutely, you have to, okay? And you want to completely strip out each quarter. Each teat has to be completely stripped, and you will need to use a disinfectant after nursing to prevent bacteria from going up into up until the udder, okay? The upside is you're going to get lots and lots of milk and lots of cream. Now's the time to start making your butter and cheeses, and it's great and it's really exciting to do that. And we just love getting more milk and more cream. We really do. Okay. During the period that she has her little yellow, her little nose flap in there, I do. During the time she has her little nose flap in there, you need to start gradually separating her more and more from her mother. So she will, we'll put them together in the morning, but she won't be with her mother as early as she was. So we'll just gradually start increasing that time that she's separated from her mother over the next 2 to 4 weeks. Okay. So after removing the nose flap, she needs to be completely separated from her mother for a week to 2 weeks, and that's it. And once they are reunited after that, what you could do is you could just put them together, keep an eye on them for a couple hours, and see if she resumes her nursing behavior. If she does, they'll need more separation. If she doesn't, then perhaps she is fully weaned. The calf has wonderful nutrition. She eats hay, she drinks water, she eats grass, she eats her grains. She really doesn't need milk anymore, and so she's probably not going to nurse Clarabelle. So I'm going to let her out right now, and while I'm finishing chores, we'll see if she nurses her mother, and if she does, I'll just put a little lead on her and lead her away and put her in her own separate paddock outside. Anyway, I hope this helps a little bit for understanding, if you're thinking of getting a milk cow, that it's pretty easy to do. You just sort of have to have a plan in your mind and then execute the plan. And then we didn't get any stress. We didn't get any stress from the mother, and we didn't get any stress from the calf, which is wonderful. And by the way, Tully's had her first heat a couple weeks ago too, so Jerseys will go into heat actually a little bit earlier than other breeds of cows. But of course, we're not breeding her until she's anywhere between 14 and 15 months of age. So actually sometime this summer, she'll get bred, which is really exciting. All right, thanks.